Thank you, Wonkin Tonkin, for this beautiful, gorgeous little chief rashini that I have. That I get to experience life with. There he goes. I feel like there's been a shift in the sun again. We had a shift a couple years back. I remember that quite clearly. It just seemed that after a while I was like, well, no matter where I'm at, there's a change in the sun. Well, we've had another shift in that. Do you find it interesting? And I'm loving the synchronicity of, well, one, I knew the different energies and had heard and felt, and as we spoke about on the animal astrology, the different discernments. And this week being a spring cleaning and taking a look at what we set out for. I'm loving this tree here. What we set out for, or this grouping of trees with the vine. And we're being halfway through we are halfway through the fire horse year. It may not be the calendar year, but it is the fire horse year. And that opportunity to take inventory. How things are working out. Are we still on track? Is there a new track? And we spoke this morning about, letting go of all the other pieces or puzzles, and honing in on the one puzzle that is ours. And then all these different things taking place, right, on our earth, and politics and collective consciousness and all these different things, right? And our theme this week, and as we're closing in on the Lion's Gate, that closing of the Lion's Gate, and all the different configurations in our astrology, and what is our survival preparedness? That's our topic. 2 words. Survival preparedness. Interesting. And so immediately I had this flash of, okay, preparedness. Survival preparedness. Well, define survival, right? Let's define survival. What kind of survival? Physical survival? Mental survival? Heart survival? Soul survival? cultural survival? What kind of survival? There's so many different ways to look at that. Thank you. So, yeah. What kind of survival? And, yeah. Hut, hut, hut. Stay over. Good chief. I know. Getting toasty. We'll get up here and there'll be some water, chief. I can get to the creek bed. So, yeah. So I've been contemplating that. And along with the different pieces of, okay, well, what am I moving forward into? Where's my hone focus? And wow, it became so clear this morning. This whole being in the now. We had this beautiful chakra cleansing, and yeah, there's a part of me that kind of wishes I would have wrote each and every card down. But it was kind of a personal thing for me, and we were moving through it, and I was shuffling the oracle deck. And yeah, this whole being, that's what brought me to the clarity of where I'm moving next, and taking it slow and steady like a turtle, and enjoying every moment, and just being here now, and letting go of all of the pressures that are so easily, it can be very easy to begin picking them back up. And especially when we put an expectation on what is going to be taking place at each place and all of these different things, and staying true to my heart resonance and what feels good in my heart, and yeah, just really thoroughly enjoying each moment, where you are, being with the energy that is, and stop all the pressure. You know, it's so easily done in this society that we have created. You know, what defines success? And make a left turn, Chief. Need to see if I can get you some cold water over here. Huh? You see what I can do, Chief. Just a second. Oh, hey, the pause worked. I got Chief some water. Yeah. I'll say the water's not as cold here as it is in some elevations. It's kind of a no-brainer, huh? Yeah. Thank you. So I'm feeling the next adventure and staying true to myself and being of service and being right here where I am. Really definitely released a lot of pressure this morning, and that allowed Dad and I to kind of connect and have a conversation instead of feeling myself tucked away doing my well, I have no other term but grouchiness. So and discerning what is my baggage to pick up, so to speak. Where's the joy and freedom and what feels so awestruck of me or whatever you want to call it. I don't, I'm grasping for terminology. It's a feeling. It's that joy space. It's that discernment that, and yet challenges you to grow. And for me, it's also keeping Chief happy. Huh, Chief? Yeah. And I saw this person on the bike path that reminded me, it's kind of this, ooh, I've crossed through another portal. Or I've jumped a timeline. I see the butterfly. I jumped a timeline. Because it reminded me of the jumping back and forth in the timeline, so to speak, in Yuma when we were down there at the West Wetlands. Only this time, there was no angst. This person has evolved into a feminine form, straighter, taller, healthier. Yet still kind of a hidden face. But I could feel the vibe. And I'm going, oh. And so that's why I bring up this timeline spit place. This time, it felt good. It felt cleaner, yet Chief still wanted to run beyond. And so we did. She just passed, which is what made me think of it. And I did. I got to see the hawk again, yet at a distance and up. And then I crossed the little timeline juncture, and when I looked back over, wasn't but, just a couple of steps. It was gone. So I knew I had stepped through. We kind of did our thing and then came back through on what some would say elevated or crossed or went through a portal or whatever. Is this, oh, I see it, I feel it, I understand. To put terminology to it, don't have that yet. And that's okay. I'm gonna let it settle in. Oh, I see you up there. Oh, and now you're gone. Hey, hey.